If you're new to reading the Bible, but you just don't know where to start, let me help you out. Start with John, Ephesians, James, Proverbs, and then Psalms. Let me just explain what all these books mean, because I know I just rushed through that whole list so you can get a gist of why I'm telling you to read the books in that order. Okay, so John tells you the story about Jesus' life. And I personally believe that you should start right there, because in order to be saved, you have to profess that Jesus is your Lord and Savior. So you need to know who Jesus is. So read John first, okay? After John, go to Ephesians, because Ephesians will teach you how to live a holy life. So after Ephesians, go to James, because James will teach you how to walk out your faith. After James, go to Proverbs, because Proverbs is going to get you right, okay? It's going to teach you how to live well. After Proverbs, go to Psalms, because I genuinely feel like Psalms is going to help you with your emotions, because a lot of the Psalms are very encouraging. Those are the books that I believe that you should start with first. But after you get done with those books, go to the Old Testament. Let me just say this. I personally did not start with any of those books. I started in the Old Testament. I started from Genesis, baby. I wanted to insert that because I started in the Old Testament, and a lot of people sleep on the Old Testament because they're like, oh, I don't have to read the Old Testament. That's the old covenant. That don't apply. I'm telling you right now, you can learn so much from the Old Testament. Do not sleep on the Old Testament. So I do believe that the Old Testament is important and you should read it. And don't just skip over books because you feel like they're not important. That's all I'm saying. Don't sleep on the Old Testament, baby. But yeah, I hope that helped.